35-year-old Bradley Adam Dimmick has been arrested and charged with murdering and decapitating his father. At around 10:15 p.m. on Friday the 13th of October, authorities responded to the 500 block of Damier Drive, near Hunt Lane in San Antonio, Texas on reports of a suspicious person looking into parked vehicles. When officers arrived on scene, Bradley told them that he killed a person and gave officers the address to a home less than a mile away at 2139 San Lucas Street. When police went to investigate, they found the front door of the home unlocked with blood on the floor and a dead dog nearby. In the living room, there was a headless body and a trail of blood that led investigators to a bathroom, where they found a severed head in the bathtub. The victim was identified as 65-year-old Keith Brian Dimmick. Keith and the dog had large stomach wounds, and their intestines were extruding from their bodies. There were 3 surveillance cameras at the home, one which was pointed at Keith's body. It's unclear exactly when the homicide occurred, but detectives said there were missed notifications on Keith's cell phone early in the morning at 9:19 a.m. Police said that Bradley and Keith lived at the home, and family members on Facebook indicated that Keith was Bradley's father. Bradley was arrested and charged with murder and animal cruelty. He's held at the Bexar County Jail with bond set at $1.5 million. The investigation into the matter continues. A 71-year-old man is behind bars for fatally stabbing a 6-year-old boy and seriously injuring his 32-year-old mother because they were Muslim. At 11:38 a.m. on Saturday the 14th of October, authorities responded to a home at 16201 South Lincoln Highway in Plainfield, Illinois after receiving a desperate 911 call from a woman who said that her landlord had stabbed her and her son with a knife. When officers arrived, they found the suspect 71-year-old Joseph Zuber outside on the ground near the home's driveway, and he had a cut on his forehead. Police found a knife at the scene and arrested Joseph after he was treated and released from hospital for a cut to his head. When officers entered the residence, they found a woman and a boy in the bedroom with dozens of stab wounds to their chests, torso and arms. They rushed to a local hospital, where the boy was pronounced dead. The woman was hospitalized in a serious condition, but is expected to survive. The victims have been identified as 32-year-old Hanan Shannon and a 6-year-old son as Wadia Alfa-Ilmay. They rented a room at the home from Joseph and have lived there for 2 years with no issues from their landlord. Detectives were able to determine that Joseph targeted both victims due to being Muslim and the ongoing Middle Eastern conflict involving Hamas and the Israelis. Hanan said that Joseph had been angry about what he was seeing on the news. He knocked on the door that morning, and when she answered, he tried to choke her and then attacked her and her son with a knife, shouting, "You Muslims must die." She said she ran to the bathroom to call 911, and when she came out, she found that Joseph had stabbed Wadia to death. It all happened in seconds, she said. Joseph's charged with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, 2 hate crimes and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. He's held at the Will County Jail. The investigation into the matter continues. 60-year-old Richard Bradford is behind bars for fatally shooting a homeless man. At around 4 p.m. on Sunday the 8th of October, authorities responded to the 8200 block of Gerber Road in South Sacramento, California after a pedestrian found a deceased homeless man under a bridge with a gunshot wound to his torso and rang 911. The victim was later identified as 37-year-old Joshua Rash. During the investigation into the homicide, authorities identified Richard as a suspect. On Tuesday, the 10th of October, Richard was arrested and charged with murder. He's held at the Sacramento County Main Jail with bond denied. The motive and the events leading up to the shooting are unclear, as the investigation into the matter continues.